Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is KID I'm the Man and welcome back to another Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection video. From the title itself, I know you guys are excited to see this one, so let's get started. And today we'll be taking a look at... nuts. Hello?
Hi, Mr. Kid.
Yeah, to who am I speaking to?
This is Jasmine Yinn calling on behalf of GilaPoster KL.
Alright.
We regret to inform you that your loan for the Putty 2-pack has expired and you will have to meet up with Mr. Poster in an hour to return the item to him.
But I'm not done filming yet.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kid, but he needs the putties urgently.
Okay then.
Great, the usual meeting spot in 1 hour. See you soon.
Bye. Okay, thanks. And now, live from the red carpet, we have the Force from the Future, SPD Omega Ranger, or, for you Sentai fans out there, Deca Break. Yes, this guy can recreate a lot of your favorite scenes from the show if you watch my unboxing video, with the help of his accessories. So why don't we take a look at his posabilities first, then we can discuss about this figure and his Uniforce cycle. Let's start with his head. His head is on a ball joint, which allows him to look up that far and look down that far. Every ball joint can be a swivel, which allows 360 rotation. He's got a butterfly joint, rotation at the arm moves out, a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation. He comes with 2 weapon holding hands, where they both can go up that far and go down that far. His morpher is removable. This feature then allows his morpher to rotate 360. And he has a morpher handle swivel. His ab crunch allows him to move forward and backwards. No waist swivel, but you can use the torso instead. His legs are on a ball joint, which allows him for a breakable spread. His legs can kick up that far and kick back that far. As always, the butt hinders the articulation. Rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees, a boot cut swivel. His feet can go up that far and go back that far. Last but not least, the Hasbro signature ankle pivot. So now that we know how he moves, let's take a closer look at what he comes with. So we have 2 weapon holding hands. No, these are not cycle handle holding hands. Why? Let's bring up his teammate. So here we have Jack with his hands up. As you can see, both of them are almost the same molding. Even the back of the hand also looks nearly identical. Other than the extra details on the left hand, they are almost identical. I would even go so far as to say that they are exactly the same hands. So, on to the next hands. We then have 2 open palm hands. One is just a basic open palm, while the other is a blast mode palm. A thing to note about the blast mode hand is actually the whole thing is made in yellow plastic, except for the connecting joint. White paint is only added to the glove. This is a new effect part. It is not the same as the Psycho Rangers effect part. And lastly, we have a containment card. I took the liberty to paint it to bring out the stunning details. If it was just a plain white piece, I'm sure the camera would not be able to pick it up. This is the front of the containment card, and there's nothing on the back. But remember, the card is slim, so don't stretch the arms too much, otherwise you won't be able to hold it. Well, that's all for the smaller accessories. Why don't we take a look at the biggest one we've ever gotten? The Uniforce cycle. Do note that there are some assembly required. The leg rests have indents in them, so you know where to put them in, and the handlebars have a left and right alphabet symbol, so you won't get it mixed up. This has 3 movable parts. The kickstand can be moved, as well as the wheels. Surprisingly, the smaller back wheel can be rolled as well, although I don't see what you'll be using it for anyway. It can roll forward or backwards, so you do need to use the kickstand in order to pose it with your figure. However, without the kickstand, it will basically just fall forward. And that's basically all the features of this vehicle. In order to put Sam on here, first you have to remove his hands, place them on the handlebars, play around with his legs so he can sit comfortably. After that, you plug the hands back in. And there is the Omega Ranger riding his very own Uniforce cycle. So, what do I think about this set? Well, the painting of this figure is slightly inaccurate from the footage we've seen from the show. He's supposed to have a brighter gold and a blue. It's not supposed to be this shade of blue. The sculpting, however, is fantastic. Hasbro has captured the sculpt of the head really well. The shape of the visor, the logo, even the sirens on the side of his head. However, a viewer has brought to my attention that the back of his helmet is a tad bit sharper than it's supposed to be. After reviewing pictures online, yes, it's supposed to be longer and sharper than the other SPD Rangers, but not this sharp. The Morpher, on the other hand, is nicely detailed. I've seen pictures online where another person who got this figure early took the time to paint it as accurately as possible. So, there's a plus on that one. Another con of this figure would be the symbol on his right shoulder. As you can see from the SPD figure, it is actually raised and detailed, whereas on the Omega Ranger, it's only painted. So please do be careful when posing this figure, as you might accidentally cause a paint chip on his shoulder logo. His belt buckle is also nicely detailed. I took the liberty of painting the words so you can actually see that there are indents in it for you to paint over. The cons on this figure is the lack of paint on his back. After my previously reviewed Dino Thunder White Ranger figure, I'm a bit disappointed that Hasbro did not paint the back, nor give us any signs of details for us to customize it ourselves. Even the SPD Red Ranger also had his back painted, so why not Sam? Also, has anyone noticed his body shape? Looks like Sam is on a diet cause he looks smaller compared to Jack. Look, I know Sam is a ball of light in the show, but why the sudden change in body mold? Are we gonna see a whole new wave of figures having the exact same mold? That's a scary thought. Hasbro, please do not make this a standard for your future figures. The current molds are fine as it is, not too muscular and not too skinny. Perhaps the change in the body mold is to save cost on plastic, maybe to be given to the Uniforce cycle? Speaking of which, the painting and the sculpting of this Uniforce cycle is very good. Now I must admit I only watched one viewing of the Power Rangers SPD series when it aired on Malaysian TV. But then again, the Rangers rarely use their vehicles, right? I find it really interesting that Hasbro has decided to choose this Ranger to release with his vehicle. Maybe it's to gauge the market to see if vehicles sell well, and what better way to sell it with by adding a 6th Ranger. Of course that's gonna sell. Do you think we would buy an MMPR Blue Ranger if he came with his bike? Or an MMPR Yellow Ranger if she came with the attachment to Billy's bike? Oh no, what have I done? All in all, cons aside, this is a nice set to pick up. You get a Ranger, new effect parts. I would have appreciated 2 fisted hands though, since Sam is known to fight without weapons. The sacrifices made on Sam in order for us to get a Lightning Collection vehicle. I'm still undecided on whether is that a good thing or a bad thing. You guys decide. Special thanks to Jasmine Yinn for helping me voice the secretary of GilaPoster KL. I must let you know that she doesn't work there, but she does have her own YouTube channel, so kindly check it out. Links in the description as always. I would also like to thank all my new subscribers for getting me to where I am now. With all my heart, thank you all. You guys are the best. As always, like this video if you want to see more content like this. Comment down below, let me know how I can improve to make more content more enjoyable for you. And lastly, subscribe for more future figure reviews. See you next time! Now that Trent and Sam are done, what am I gonna do now? Oh. Hello?